This week on The Masked Singer, it was a game of cat and mouse.
An everlasting love, the one that I've been waiting for.
The judges freaked out over the singing celeb who went home.
The legendary!
And Judge Nicole Scherzinger is apparently learning all about nutrition.
God, I didn't know bananas were high in carbs.
No. What if he went on a keto diet? I'm just saying.
Only bananas.
No, they're high in carbs. We just found that out.
Plus, comedian Gabriel Iglesias joined the panel, and he's just as confused as we are.
This is the craziest show I've ever been on!
This is Unmasking the Masked Singer.
Charlie, did you know that bananas are high in carbohydrates?
Listen, I did know, but Nicole certainly did not.
Those abs are the 8th world wonder. Of course she doesn't really know what carbs are. The girl probably never eats a whole lot of them. She looks so good.
Exactly. Well, we have a lot to get into tonight, but first, we certainly have an everlasting love for the first elimination. Check it out.
You got it. You got
Iconic R&B Hall of Famer, 5-time Grammy Award winner.
I'm just confused what we did to deserve so many legends on season 3 of The Masked Singer. I mean, Chaka Khan in Group A, Dionne Warwick in Group B. What a treat for us as viewers to get to witness her magic and elegance on the stage. Were you surprised?
I was surprised, and they said 5-time Grammy Award winner. I mean, she definitely was a big part of that number of how many Grammy stats we have this season. But again, another legend. They're just keeping it up with booking legends here.
Yes. Now look, we're going to call a spade a spade. We sort of predicted this was Dionne Warwick. The clues really led to that last week. Let's take it to the clue package really quick before we get into tonight's remaining contestants. So the first clue I want to call out is this rhino. You see it up here on your screen. The rhino quite simply represents Rhino Records, Dionne Warwick's longtime record label. We also saw an image of prayer hands. So I immediately was like, oh, is this someone who's super religious? I do believe Dionne Warwick is a woman of faith. But on like a really fun surface level, the song Say a Little Prayer for You, which we just can never get out of our heads. Tee it up, cue it up.
Tee it up. And also going along with that song, we saw the vanity table, actually, if we can put that up as well. Saw her doing her makeup. The lyrics of the song, the moment I wake up before I put on my makeup. We saw that literally happen in the package.
Work it, Mouse.
Work it.
A true delight to have her on this show, but alas, we say goodbye. Of course, the judges, they always have some interesting thoughts and theories. And tonight's first reality check goes to our pal, Ken Jeong. Take a listen to what he had to say about guessing who was behind the mouse.
I think it's a different legend. I think it's Tina Turner. No, I was at a party with Tina Turner. Look it up.
And you were not.
Yes, it was. There was a wine and cheese party at a Costco in the Valley. Hold on. She was my +1, all right?
Why would Tina Turner need you?
Oh, you have the card.
You do have to be a member.
She has to be a member.
Sit down.
The commitment to the joke, I loved.
I don't know if I love the Fabio story more or this one. A Costco in the Valley, sold.
We just keep getting them. But I do have to point out the judges were right about this.
Yeah.
We heard them guess Dionne Warwick, and the judges now, I believe it's 2 masked singers that they have guessed correctly.
Of course, yeah, Jenny and Nicole and Gabriel all agreed Dionne Warwick, so.
Ken, not Tina Turner, maybe the next one.
No Costco, no wine, no cheese in the Valley, Ken.
And with the mouse gone, we do have 4 remaining contestants left. In Group B, we have the frog, banana, taco, and the kitty. And jumping right into it, our first performer isn't bruised, but certainly has an achy, breaky heart. Check it out.
Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think you understand.
So last week, the banana had us really stumped. But this week, I think we're pretty sold on the banana being Bret Michaels. So I want to get immediately into the clue package before we start talking about how incredible this performance was, because those vocals are there.
They're there.
First up, I want to talk about this clock. So we see this clock on the screen, and I'm like sitting at home being like a little wannabe mathematician trying
Adding
to figure
everything,
out. I'm adding, I'm subtracting, and I'm gonna be honest. The timestamp 213, I really couldn't make a whole lot of. I didn't know if it was like a 213 LA area code. Bret is not from LA. I really couldn't gather that. The thing that I was honing in on is the 6/8. So the date is June 8th. Well, June 8th is National Name Your Poison Day. And of course, Bret, the frontman of the band Poison. So that really kind of, to me, it makes all the sense in the world. The other clue that I was really sold on was this black cowboy boot. Black cowboy boots that we see him wearing there. Now, if you know anything about Bret Michaels, he is synonymous with having the most authentic country look. The guy practically doesn't leave the house without a cowboy hat. I think we have an image of him if we could throw that up really quick. He's wearing his cowboy boot. There he is. He's wearing his cowboy hat, the signature bandana. So I thought that was definitely parallel there.
And we saw the hat clue last week in the clue package. We haven't seen a bandana clue yet, but I think when we do see that,
next week,
we can solidify his identity. You did speak about Poison. We also saw a green snake quickly appear on a laptop that they turned around. It flashed for a quick second. A snake. Poison.
Venom.
I think we can figure that one out.
For sure.
We also heard him say star in your own show on cable during the clue package. They kind of had mock references to different shows with the banana starring in them. Well, Bret has had a cable reality dating show, Rock of Love. It aired on VH1, and I know it was your favorite.
It was the best reality show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you try to find it somewhere. It is so delicious and juicy, and there's romance and there's chaos, and Bret is just such a great television star, and I feel like he's bringing that same charisma to, hopefully that's him, on here on The Masked Singer. So tonight it was a special night in terms of clues. They asked every single contestant what their favorite subject in school was, and for this character, I thought it was the most poignant and the most revealing. So they asked the banana his favorite subject, and he said, for me, no doubt, it was art. It has gotten me through some of the toughest times in my life, and I have had a few. So with Bret Michaels, of course, he's a person who's been through numerous health struggles. He struggles with type 1 diabetes, and he suffered a brain hemorrhage that he actually thought was going to kill him. So pretty serious stuff there. I'm thrilled that he seems to be doing really well in real life, and hopefully this is him on The Masked Singer, because the banana is having so much fun this season.
Giving us a great performance.
Yes.
I really liked tonight's a lot. Well, it may only be Wednesday, but the Frog has us hopping to the club like it's Friday. Take a look at the Frog's performance.
You can find me in the club, bottles full of bud, my got what you need if you need to fill a buzz. I'm into having fun, I ain't into making love, so come give me a hug.
That's
First
a hot
of all,
remix.
I want this remix. I don't know where we have to get it, but I love it.
If Show Tunes and 50 Cent had a baby, it would be this remix. So let's just declare right off the bat, we're going with Bow Wow.
Yes, we said it last week. We're sticking with it again this week.
Absolutely Bow Wow. Let's get right into the clue package here. We saw an image of a basketball. So some people might be inclined to think this might be an NBA star. Well, Bow Wow, if you followed his career, you know that he was the star of the 2002 comedy movie Like Mike. So that makes sense, huh?
We also saw Bow Wow kind of, who we hope is Bow Wow.
Yeah.
We saw the contestant kind of in there typing on a typewriter. While the letters were highlighted on the typewriter CSI, Bow Wow actually appeared in the CSI spinoff, CSI Cyber.
Yes, and I've really enjoyed his acting career, just for the record.
Just want to put that out there.
Yes, a multi-thread here, this Bow Wow. Then we saw an image that was a little strange. It was a $19 price tag accompanied by a star on the Walk of Fame. So this was very strange to me. I had to do a whole bunch of Google searching, but this is what I came up with. Bow Wow put out an album in 2006 called The Price of Fame. So that's where I kind of get the star reference from. And if you do the math, he was 19 years old when that album dropped.
Oh.
So that's where I feel like the $19 price tag is coming
19
from.
was age, but also price. So it meant a few things for us there.
Yeah, the album definitely was not $19.
Price of
inflation.
Fame. There we go.
Yes.
The last one we saw in his package was Toy Soldiers. So this was kind of a small clue in there, but it could be a nod to his collaborations with Soulja Boy. They actually even dropped a mixtape together.
Yeah, they're close pals, and they've worked together quite a lot. So I don't know. They could be little army men, but I'm sticking with the Soulja Boy reference. Yeah.
And we actually have reality check of number 2 of the night. It's to Jenny McCarthy. Take a look at who she guessed for the Frog.
Based off of the Prince clues, there's a basketball, so that makes me think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. right? I think it's Alfonso Ribeiro.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
He's got those moves. He's in the Carlton. There's the Carlton. Yes!
Don't give it away, Alfonso.
I loved the frog playing into the fact that it could be him, but I'm still sticking with Bow Wow here.
No, Alfonso did this move quite a few times when he was on Dancing with the Stars, and this version, while good, is different.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same. No. Well, our next performer was more than just okay so. Take a look at the taco.
She said, hey, bossa nova, baby, keep on working, cause we ain't got time to drink. She said, go, bossa nova, baby, keep on dancing, cause I ain't got time to think.
This taco is having so much fun.
The dancer's having fun, the taco's having fun, the audience is having fun, and we're having fun.
The margaritas are spinning in the air. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Like we said last week, we were really confident, and we're still super confident. This is Tom Bergeron, TV host, sweet man, celebrated television star. You know, the big thing for you was America's Funniest Home Videos, right?
So I immediately saw the whoopee cushion. It was kind of the first quick clue we saw there in the package, if we can throw that up. A quick nod to a whoopee cushion in a hard shell taco. Well, as we know, I mentioned it last week, Tom Bergeron hosted Hollywood Squares. Whoopi Goldberg was actually the center square on Hollywood Squares when Tom was the host.
There you go.
This also could be nodding to America's Funniest Home Videos, jokes, pranks, a whoopee cushion.
Silliness.
Exactly.
I love the double meaning there. And then we got to see this disco-shaped ball with a constellation on it. So, of course, first of all, I love anything sparkly, glittery, mirror ball-esque. Of course, if you win Dancing with the Stars, you win the mirror ball trophy, which this is in the shape of. But then the Gemini constellation, I immediately start thinking Tom's birthday, maybe his wife's birthday. Well, it's neither of those. It's actually the Gemini falls on the day that they got married, which would be May 22nd, 1982.
Yes.
Which is great. Then, if you're a fan of Dancing with the Stars like me, we got another clue that I want to tee up. It's the toupee, the hairpiece.
On a plate, nonetheless.
Very, very strange. I didn't quite know what to make of this. I know Tom has appeared on Harry Connick Jr.'s show, so quite literally Harry. But I did do some digging, and I found this tweet. If we can throw that up really quickly, there's a tweet that Tom shared this image where he goes, "They always let me know when my hairpiece is slipping," and we see him there with two of the girls on Dancing with the Stars kind of helping each other out. So he has talked about hairpieces before.
Listen, I don't think he has a hairpiece, but
no, he's got a beautiful head of hair.
Head.
I love that salt and pepper. Yes.
I know, but he's making a reference to something that he has also joked about before.
Yeah, let us know if you have more insight on that.
Let us know. Also in the clue package, we heard, we saw a lady taco, first of all. a lady taco come down the stairs. He talked about his love and finding romance in his life. And we also heard a voiceover that he used to be hot-headed. Well, Tom has spoken openly about this with Dan Harris from ABC on his podcast 10% Happier, all about mental health. And Tom said that he practices meditation now, and it's something he started when he first married his wife. And they were very vocal about his anger management issues, and this has really helped him through his stressful times.
I love that. And now he's so stress-free that we think he's on The Masked Singer.
Exactly.
Singing, living out his best dreams.
Well, our final performer of the night showed us some serious catitude, and we have thoughts about it. Take a look.
We're allergic to this cat.
We are allergic to this cat, that is right.
We would like to claw our way out of this narrative because this cat is, I think, in the history of the show, in my opinion, this is the hardest celebrity that we've tried to guess. We've gone through so many names. Last week we were really steadfast on Sabrina Carpenter. This week we've got some more clues, and we've kind of put Sabrina to the side, and we're now kind of sold on either Lucy Hale or Sophia Carson. So I'll talk us through Lucy Hale first, and we'll get into why we think it's her. So Lucy Hale, this song that was performed tonight is a country song. And if you're a fan of Lucy Hale, you know that she loves singing country music. In fact, she put out an album in 2014 called Road Between. It was a full-on country record. So that kind of on a very basic level is someone who is a country fan. And I think sonically the sound of her voice, Lucy's voice, sounds like the Kitty's voice. If we can throw up the clue package really quick, the sewing machine, that was a huge focus of tonight's clue package. Lucy is the star of the CW show Katie Keene, and the show is really focused around fashion and sewing, and Katie is an aspiring designer, and so that symbolism really seemed to work. I mean, look, this is actually from Katie Keene.
It looks just like the Clue package.
It looks exactly like they had the same crew or the same set almost to film that. Then we want to talk about Little Red Riding Hood. So once the kitty was done whipping up a masterpiece, she whipped up this Red Riding Hood. Now, I think two things about this. Number one, there's the Pretty Little Liars tie-in.
Yep.
If you watched Pretty Little Liars, red coats and the whole Little Red Riding Hood and Big Bad Wolf narrative was like a huge metaphor throughout the entire series. But also, last week's Clue package, we saw that rose shattering.
Yes.
On Pretty Little Liars, the name of the town they lived in was called Rosewood. So I don't know. Am I right? Am I going up the wrong tree?
No, I think all of those definitely make sense.
Yeah, that's
the
it right
issue
there.
is they make sense for Sophia as well.
Yeah.
So we have multiple people that these clues are relating to. So I'll jump right into it for Sophia Carson. Again, the sewing machine and sketching dresses. Well, Sophia played Ava on The Perfectionist, which is a spin-off of Pretty Little Liars, and her character is an aspiring fashion designer.
Right.
So kind of that same narrative there. And the Little Red Riding Hood outfit could also be a nod to Pretty Little Liars. It had the recurring theme of the red hoods, like you just mentioned. She's on the spin-off of Pretty Little Liars, still kind of a storyline there.
Absolutely.
And bringing up last week's clue about the rose, Sophia was in Descendants, the hit Disney movie. That obviously bases a lot around fairy tales and fables. That could be a nod to anything relating Beauty and the Beast.
There she
We have a
is.
photo of her right there with a rose.
Yeah.
So there's a lot pointing. I would like to say, though, there was one red herring in this clue package.
We think a red herring.
We think a red herring at this point. We heard Modern Family's Ball. Obviously, that would make us think...
A modern dress at like a family's member's ball.
Yes, we would think Modern Family. We're not really going towards that route anymore.
No, I mean, a lot of people around our office and some of our friends have figured maybe it could be Sarah Hyland because Sarah is a singer. Modern Family just wrapped up.
And Ken actually guessed Sarah Hyland this week.
He did, but if you follow Sarah on social media, apparently it got back to her that people think she's on the show, and here's what she had to say on her Instagram story.
Okay, so I'm catching up on The Masked Singer, and I'm watching. I just watched the package for Kitty, the Kitty, Miss Kitty. I don't know, whatever. But I can really see why you guys think that it's me, because a lot of her clues, I can relate. And I mean, my nickname in the 6th grade was even Miss Kitty, so I'm kind of freaked out. Is there a carbon copy of me out there in the world? Because I've been busy with Modern, and I don't even get to see my friends anymore. Or is it me and I'm just stumping you all?
Listen, we're used to celebrities throwing us. I think the best last season was Patti LaBelle flat out telling Andy Cohen it was not her, and then Andy replaying it to her again saying, it's you.
Right.
So we're used to celebrities kind of lying about possibly being on the show.
They legally cannot
tell
say
us.
what it is they're doing
They
if
will
they are
be sued if they tell us.
Correct, and it wouldn't be fun for you and me to sit here
exactly.
every week and talk
So
about it.
I mean, her denying it, she seems very passionate about it not being her and joking that there could be a carbon copy of her life out there.
Yeah.
But again, it could be her.
It's still a possibility.
Exactly.
I want to take a really quick rewind back to the Group A contestants. So week after week, Charlie and I have sat here and we've told you that we think the kangaroo is Jordan Woods. Let's take a little quick refresh and listen.
All right, so you hear the voice there. We've decoded the clues before. E.T. actually spoke with Jordan last week at an event in Los Angeles where we asked her about being on The Masked Singer, and she had this to say.
Blank.
Are you aware that so many people think that you're on The Masked Singer?
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I love that show so much. My sister and I watch it all the time. I wish I could be on that show. Yeah.
Everyone thinks you're the kangaroo because of stories.
Really? No, I actually love the kangaroo though. I've been watching this season, but I'm late a couple episodes, so I need to catch up.
But no fans, you haven't been like, no, I guess we're going to spell all rumors that you're not the kangaroo.
No. I wish.
Excuse me as I sip my tea.
Acting expert Charlie O'Keefe, do you think that's acting that we just saw, or do you think she's being truthful?
That body language, the
smile,
the one-word answers. Jordan, Miss Jordan, we are on to you.
I feel like she wasn't really prepared for that question.
No, I think we caught her in a loop, which I'm happy we did.
Yeah, I mean, but she did a good job.
Yeah.
She kept it cool. She was like, this is something that my sister and I like watching. I wish it was me. But that tone, like we just heard her singing that Sia song, dude, if it's not Jordan Woods, who the heck could it be?
And listen, I hope it is her so we can play that back again when she does get unmasked.
Yes!
We knew Jordan.
Just like we did with Miss Patty.
Exactly.
It was another wild week. Of course, every Wednesday, Charlie and I are here live decoding all the clues behind The Masked Singer. Thank you for tuning in. Tweet us your thoughts and theories. We always respond back.
We do. And next week, we are going to see the champions for Group B, and we will get our final 3 that are moving on to the Super 9.
Who is that?
Who is that? We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.